YouTube, this is Lisa. I am in my natural state. No makeup. I got one eyebrow done and I'm going to attempt to do a tutorial. Got on my house shirt. I'm comfortable, so I'm going to attempt to do this again and try to stay in focus this time. I'm going to start off, I'm just showing how I do mine. I'm not going to tell nobody else how to do their own brows. It's over 1 million videos on here of how to do eyebrows. I'm not an expert. You know, I had to watch them and learn. Maybe you can learn something from me. I hope you do. But I'm using Urban Decay Primer Potion, and it's been depotted. So I'm just going to use, I always use a little bit of that. And I mean just a little bit, and that's probably going to be a little bit too much, but just a little bit. And I know this takes some time because my brows give me so much grief. And one thing I found with the brows is I try to do both of mine just alike, but I've learned to just don't even worry about that. Each brow is different. So, you know, contour your brows to however they grow. Now I had mine arched the other day. And I tried to do them just alike, and that just did not work. Okay, so I'm taking a CoverGirl. This is just a CoverGirl pencil. And I use these babies until the product just fall out. So, and I'm going to start at the beginning of my brow, off my nose. And take light strokes. And then when I get into my V, or what was my V before it was cut out, I'm just going to go across the eyebrow. I go across and go up. So I got one line going up. And after I get it the way I want to, I just add more product just to give it a shape. Okay. I went up a little bit past the brow where the hair is, and I hope y'all can see that. My hair is right here, and I just went up a little bit and come down. So I do it all in one again. All right. So now we got this almost V looking thing going on. Then I'm going to go across the top of the brow where my hair is, just right across the top. And I got mature skin, so my skin kind of rolls. And it's kind of hard to get a straight line, but I do the best I can. And in one part, I always dip for some reason. I will dip every time. Let me see if I can bring y'all in a little closer. All right. And I get up to my V and I stop. I just do, you know, one section at a time. And I'm at my V, so I'm just going to come down. And this really, as y'all can see, that really don't matter. Maybe it should, but it don't matter because I'm going to go over that. This just serves kind of as a guideline because we're going to use powder. Now I never reapply makeup, even though I carry a bag full of makeup. The only product that I do reapply is my lipstick. And I work 12-hour shifts, so I just don't reapply. And y'all can see how thick this brow is versus this brow. You don't have to worry about wiping anything off because as we go along, you will see. And I point my pencil in an upward direction to try to get a straighter line because my skin just rolls. So I got that on there. And I use the Wet n Wild There's a lighter brown, and then there's a really dark brown. And as y'all can see, I've used both of these. I've hit pan, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Whatever brow powder you use. I like 3 colors. I like a medium brown, a light brown, a medium brown, and a dark brown. So I'm going to go into my lightest brown, which is this color up here. And just get it. And I love using these pencils. I mean these, not pencils, brushes. So I'm just going to pack it on. And I pack it in there. And there is the powder. Now, what I do is to try to get the brow a certain width or the right width. I'll take and put my pencil, my brush. I don't know why I insist on calling this a pencil, but a brush. I just push it in right there. And this is basically, I'm going to stipple it on. I'm not going to rub it on or light strokes. I'm going to stipple it into the pencil. And the pencil is a wax based pencil, so it'll stick. And like I said, when I work or whatever, I don't reapply. I don't have to. I work the 12-hour shifts. I don't reapply. And I just stipple it in there. Only for about this much of the brow. From right there on the back, I'll stipple it in. And right now I can see I really overdrawn with that pencil, but it's going to be okay. Wipe my brush off. Let me call it a brush this time. All right, I'm going to go back into that medium brown, and I'm going to pack it on there. And this is where I actually draw the outline of the brow. Okay, so I go over, start at the beginning of the brow, and drag it across the top. And it's just easier to draw on with this. And then I come down at my V. And I know it looks a hot mess, but this is just how I do it. And it works for me, and sometimes it don't. Go back over. Okay. Y'all can see what I got? I got a hot mess. And now I'm going to go into the very dark, almost black. I'm going to put me some on. And I'm going to go where I think my brow should be. Go up under the brow. And get me a diagonal line going again. Alright, and then we're going to do the V. Go up to your V and just come down. And then I'm going to blend that out a little. Alright, now we got a hot mess still. But we can kind of tell where brow is or what it should look like. Alright, concealer. If I use just a lighter yellow tone base concealer, this is one I picked up from Black Radiance. It was somewhere. I had brought it for 50 cents. Now this is what I use when my brows are not I'm just having a bad day with my brows. Now when I think I got them just right, I'll use this Black Opal. This is much thicker, but it's also a lot lighter. And just for demonstration purposes, I don't know how my brows so far. We'll see, but I'm just doing this for demonstration so y'all can see. And what I like to do is put the product on one side of the brush and leave the other side without product. And just get my little angle liner brush, go right at that black line, right up under it, and go up again, and come down, and I go past the brow itself, and then I start to blend, pull it out, pull the foundation out, or the concealer, pull the concealer out, pull it down, and maybe now you can see it's starting to shape up as a brow somewhat. And I can't draw with a Dern. I mean, I can't draw a straight line. So my brows really give me a lot of grief. Okay, you see what I got now? All right, on the other side of the brush, we're gonna go in with a little bit more, not as much. Just go in with a little bit. I'll start right before the brow starts. And with one sweep, go up and go straight out. Get some more product on the brush. And this is where I shape the tail of my brow. I'll come down and I go down and taper it at the end. Okay, I think we're finished with that. All right, now we're gonna blend. Go down, pull up. And get as close as you possibly can to the brow without pulling the brow into the mix. But if you do, it's okay. And then because I got a lot of moles, I'll just use the remainder of the concealer just to conceal. Okay, don't clean your brush off. And this is how I do the front of my brow. Don't clean your brush off, but don't add anything to it, just as it is. I'll just stick the brush right there and then pull out. I'm not going to add anything. Okay, and then we can see now I got one with a deep V and the other one doesn't, but we're going to work that out. Now I get a concealer brush and pat. This is actually, I think, was a foundation brush I got from eBay, and it's just too small for a foundation brush, but it works wonders as a concealer brush. And I use this one only for my brow. I will use it conceal sometimes. All right, go up under the brow and just lightly pat. And I can bring the rest of that concealer down and use it on my lid, and I do. All right, now I can go back and kind of straighten. If anything is straggled, any of the powder escaped. All right, go back and straighten out, kind of smooth the edges of your concealer. And that black opal is kind of hard to, because it's so thick, it's kind of hard to smooth out. All right, as y'all can see, I'm still straggled and I got some dips, but we'll fix that. I go back into my medium, and also I want to take some of that arch out, so I just go back over and smooth it out, make it round, if y'all saw that. All right, go back into the medium brown, and I'm going to go back over the top of my brows. Now, if you got one thicker than the other, this is the time to make them right. And also, it helps help conceal that where the foundation, where the concealer and the brow powder meet. It helps conceal that. You see how I messed up on the tail again? Don't add anything, just get your foundation brush and come down. Just smooth it down. Okay. It's about as good as it's going to get. All right, now I do want my lashes, I do want my brows to be the same length. So I'm just going to come down with some concealer and make that tail thinner. By the time you put on your foundation, you'll have brush marks in your eyebrows. I found that I do. I have brush marks all in my eyebrows because I don't play with them. I don't baby them. And it makes it look more natural. All right, back to your liner brush. Just get the end of your liner brush. Wherever you put that light powder, just come back and sweep it out. Okay, and that looks weird. And I get my finger and just kind of pat it. And lighten it out some more. So, and this is not the very best. Of course it's not going to be because I'm recording it. So I just take my concealer brush and just work with it. I have to reapply. Like I said, it takes me about 15-20 minutes to do my brows, and this video I hope is not going to be 15 or 20 minutes. But just to give you some idea. And I'll bring them to meet halfway. And get my finger and just kind of blend it out. Alright, if this one makes it up, that is it. And I'm going to do another one. I think I'm going to try to do some eyeshadows. I'll see you on the next video.